All right, we got a beautiful day here in Southeast Texas. We're not going very far. We're gonna go to Milliebush Dog Park to get Chewy a little exhausted, a little, get our steps in. Let's see how our AI student driver Fsd supervised 12.5.6.3 does. We also have some errands to run. I want to go to Specs, grab a little bit of whiskey, and some of that pecan pie for Thanksgiving. I like Specs' pecan pie. So we're gonna grab that stuff and let's see if we can get it back home before noon. Without further ado, let's get to it. We got the navigation punched in. Let's get it. Alright, so we're heading outside of this shopping district. Let's see how it handles it. Feels a little bit like it is stuck here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take over. Trouble getting out of the shopping district. Report. Just a little something. I think that with feature complete, it'll be able to handle these angles a little bit better. It knows it needs to get onto Westheimer. I think it just came at it at a very odd angle that it was not comfortable with proceeding. So we take over, we report it, and we keep it moving. We got Santa mode engaged, reindeer flying by us. It's a wonderful thing. Even though here in Texas, we're probably not going to get a whole lot of winter until maybe after Christmas. But it's good to live in a make-believe wonderland. Alright, so Tesla stock seems to be consolidating around this area. Last I checked, it was in the 340 range-ish. So I don't know if we're going to get any breakouts before Thanksgiving. As long as it doesn't drop off too terribly, I still think TSLA has been a win for the year. I mean, most of the year it's been down, but after the election, shooting up crazy amounts. It's always good to see TSLA positive year to date. Let's see. Speed limit is 40 on this street. Obviously there's a little bit of congestion. We're going around 33-ish. Remember back in the day, Westheimer used to be so problematic for the software. If you have not tried FSD, the latest 12.5.x version, I implore you to go and try to give that a whirl any way that you possibly can. It is absolutely mind-blowing how far we've come. We're gonna go to Milliebush Dog Park. It's right up the road here. Shouldn't be very difficult, but the last software iteration that we did have, it was spooked a little bit. So I want to say it was 12.5.4.2, where we were traveling to Milliebush Dog Park. and we kind of missed the right turn, so we had to go all the way around. I'd love to see if the software has shored that up, make the right turn necessary for the shortest possible distance to Millie Bush Dog Park. Gas is at $2.59 here at this Exxon for regular. Diesel at $3.20 roughly. So $2.60 and $3.20 for regular and diesel. I don't know. Got a buddy of mine says that gas prices are indicative to whether or not people are going to buy battery electric vehicles. And to some extent I would agree, but I think there's a multitude of factors that send people flocking to the Tesla website. Just the transformation here in Southeast Texas, the amount of Teslas that we've seen since 2020. I mean, talk about exponential growth. Never, ever going back to an internal combustion engine vehicle. Right now we're traveling 46, well above the 40-mile-an-hour limit, but the flow of traffic, as you can see, is about 45-ish. The vehicle drives about as smooth as I possibly could. The lane keeping, order of magnitude better than I could possibly drive this vehicle. It's just safer. Like, I could drive and whip through traffic like a shark, but that's not safe for me, that's not safe for Chewbacca, and that's definitely not safe for the people around me. So more times than not, I'm gonna have FSD engaged. Yosh still likes to drive a fair bit, although she is coming around, especially she treats FSD kind of like autopilot. So if there's long stretches, she's going to engage the software. So baby steps for her. Whereas me, I love watching the vehicle react to the randomness of everyday driving better than I possibly could. So we're gonna get her there. We're gonna get her there for sure. Got a timeline of 2025 for unsupervised FSD, maybe. I mean, the odds of that happening, I'd say, are high, especially by the end of 2025. I mean, if we're talking Q2 2025, I'd assess that as a 25% chance. But at the rate this thing is improving, a year from now, you know, sky's the limit. I fully expect it to be feature complete. Will we be able to conduct rides? I'm not sure yet. I don't know. But I have a feeling Texas is going to be a lot better than most states when it comes to allowing for FSD to shuttle things around. I'll be curious. I can't wait. There's so many questions that Tesla has yet to answer for us, but I know internally they're working on solving the problems that we haven't even thought of yet. So kudos to the Tesla AI team and everybody else that's involved with creating the Ride Hail app. I know they're using it as of right now in Palo Alto as a supervised measure. So, you know, a lot of these features from the app are basically being streamlined to consumers because of the functionality that will be used as in the Ride Hail app. So we've been able to witness some of this with the vehicle and on the app. I love Tesla because it seems like they do the right thing all the time. You know, it's quite amazing. So I'm looking forward to their rollout. I'm looking forward to how they plan to make ride hail a thing here in the great state of Texas. Got a yellow light right here. Our vehicle didn't hesitate. It proceeded with like normalcy. It didn't hurry to get through the yellow light. It just knew it was going to make the yellow light. So bills passed. We'd have had a pretty significant braking situation, but this was pretty smooth. All right, our navigation tells us that we need to turn right. This is where 12.5.4.2 had made the error and kept straight. It looks like our AI student driver 12.5.6.3 has remedied the situation. So that's always good to see. Pretty uneventful drive to this point. And we're at the home stretch, about a mile away from Millie Bush. So, we'll see how it gets us to the specs over there on I-10. I think that's the one we're headed to. And yeah, I think we'll be good for the day until later this evening when we have to go pick up baby girl from work. I can't stress this enough, ladies and gentlemen. FSD is something you have to really feel to get an understanding about. Can't buy another vehicle that does not have FSD on it. I refuse to do it. Beautiful day out here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful time getting geared up for the holidays. After the election, I'm sure Thanksgiving is going to be wonderful in a lot of homes. So, yeah, best wishes for handling that. Man, I think we'll be traveling down south for Thanksgiving. I want to say we're going to Lake Jackson. It's about a little over about an hour and a half away, essentially. We'll be taking Panda. I'll get as much video footage of it as I possibly can, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing those guys. I haven't seen them in a while, so should be fun. Should be fun to hang out, drink, be merry. Unprotected left. We are here. See how we pull in this last 100 feet situation. If this was a robo taxi, this would be ideal. Headed to the gate of the dog park. This is where I would be like, yeah, just go ahead and park it for me. So let's see if we can park it for me. Kind of a weird park job, but we're here. All right, Chewy, let's get it. Seems like the parking lot shenanigans, has that been remedied too? This looks pretty decent. Let's see what else we got. We just took a lap over there at Millie Bush Dog Park. We got an unprotected left coming up here. We're on our way to Specs, Wine, Spirits, and Finer Foods. Should be clear. We are moving. Unprotected left. Solid. Well, we're gonna definitely have to wash the car. Paw prints all inside, Panda, but that's okay. No big deal. What do I want to talk about? I mean, let's see. I think I just posted a video about Yosh-chan and I, Chewbacca. We all went downtown, had to go see the Japanese consulate. Not a whole lot of problems, especially on the way there. On the way back, there was a torrential downpour that our AI student driver, Fsd supervised 12.5.6.3, forced us to take over. Like, it was a critical disengagement. I guess the obscurity. Yosh was like, well, what do you expect? It was raining like crazy. Of course we're gonna have to take over. And I was like, nah, I kind of needed to do better, because I couldn't see either. You know, I'd rather have the car do it, but you know, it forced us to take over. So I mean, most rain is fine, but this one was kind of, yeah, it was bad. So we took over for a little bit, and then after, I don't know, about 100 yards or so, we re-engaged. But yeah, this is, again, the software is not perfect. You still gotta be paying attention, and but the amount of stress that is relieved, especially while it was raining, I was kind of like, ooh, the fact that it was able to handle it for a while was kind of nice. They just wanted me to take over for some reason. And when I took over, that's when my anxiety got through the roof, right? I was like, please just take over. I wanted the car to do it. I trust the car more than myself. So, yeah, we got through that. No big deal. Other than that, everything was pretty solid. The drive there was peaceful. The drive back, we had stopped off at a Onion Creek. That's a little legacy bar of Houston. Been around for a while. Long-standing establishment. Since we're in the area, we figured we'd drop by, have a drink and some lunch, relax a little bit, and then make our way back home. FSD handled most of that situation for us. We also stopped off at the H Mart and HEB on the way back home. It did everything perfectly there. I didn't want to go inside. I might have been a little, I might have had a couple of drinks. I didn't feel like walking around. So I just sat here and watched Wolverine and Deadpool while she was in the store. I don't think she liked that very much, but that's what happened. Me and Chewbacca, we just watched Deadpool and Wolverine. So all in all, a very, very good day. I guess we didn't run around long enough. He just wants to be over here for some reason. Gotta keep him at bay, buckled in. Alright, we're gonna make a right here, about a mile up, South Fry Road. It's a little close to the left, but I don't know if it's just the way this street is constructed. I don't know, it just feels like it's a little tight to the left. I mean, that's a mile. It's not even worth a report. I don't think the vehicle will hit anything. The Model X is a little bit wider than the 3NY, just a scotch, and I think it hugs these outside lanes a little bit too much for my liking in some scenarios. I haven't had a curb check for quite some time on Fsd. All right, we're ready to make this right. Now that I'm in this area, maybe instead of that Specs pie, the Proud Pie might be a better option, but it's something about that Specs pecan pie is awesome. Driving is incredibly valuable. I don't now that I've experienced it, there's no possible way I could go back, and it just makes me want to shout it to the rooftops to let people know that there is a better way. There is a better way. Like that lady, she's driving her Model Y. She had her hands on the wheel. I don't know. There's a better way. There are a few Teslas on the road, and even within that small category, even fewer Teslas with FSD engaged. All right, we got our green light arrow. Speed limit here is 35. We're going approximately 38. As you can see, the individuals we're sharing the road with, they're probably going around 45. We're approaching a school zone. Of course, it's not a school zone. The lights aren't on. It would be 20 if the lights were flashing, but they're not. Going just a few miles an hour over the speed limit, like I would want it to do, comfortably. It's not flying. I don't want it to keep up with the pace of traffic in this scenario. On the highway, a little bit different. But this is perfect. Gas is even cheaper at the Walmart. It's crazy. 30 cents cheaper for each. Diesel and regular. That's pretty nice. Know what's even nicer though? Not paying for gas at all. Electricity. That shit's cheap. Cone in the road there, and no threat of hitting that. Oh, there's a Suburban up here causing a little congestion because I think we got to turn to the left. There's some cars parked here preventing us from proceeding on the right lane. Our student driver handles it remarkably well. Come a time where I'll be able to get in the back seat, watch a movie, let Chewbacca frolic to his leisure. At his leisure. Love seeing Teslas in these suburban driveways. I'm a big fan of your Tesla should be in the garage, but I get it. Sometimes it's gotta breathe the open air. It's always a good thing to see them out though. Alright, we're coming up on I-10, US 90 West. Gas is really cheap out here. I don't care if gas were to go back to 99 cents. I don't remember the last time I seen that. It's been a while. But even if gas fell to 99 cents, you couldn't pay me to go back to an internal combustion engine. Magic number for Tesla's deliveries this year should be 515,000. I'm going to go on record and say they're going to do 525,000 deliveries for Q4 of 2024. All the incentives out there. If you're going to try to take advantage of the tax credit, this would be the time. The federal tax credit of $7,500 off, no better time to utilize that, as it very well could be going away. It actually had me thinking, should I wait to? I mean, we got a trip planned. I kind of want to wait till that's all said and done, and when we get back, reassess the finances and make sure a brand new Tesla is in the cards. I'm not exactly sure. Still debating on whether I want a Model 3 used. All right, we'll have a hardware 3 car. Panda will be our hardware 4 car. As we see the Cybertruck fast approaching on our left. Yeah, buddy, I always love seeing that monster. But and we got a red light here, so we're stopping. This is unfortunately the exact, well, we were on the right side of the road doing, turning right when we got rear-ended by the Nissan. But this intersection here left us without a Tesla for 2 weeks, is why I'm considering, maybe buying a brand new Model 3 while we still get the EV tax credit. it is something I have to think about. Wait, we get so many. Now, in addition to the tax credit, you get a military discount. There's 0% APR if you get FSD. I mean, I look at the configurator and I'm like, I just need to hit the button. But if I get a brand new one, I'm probably gonna have to sell one of these calls that expire next year, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. If I told myself if the stock jumped to all-time highs, I would go ahead and sell that call. Never gonna sell the stock, but I would use that call to more than likely pay most of a brand new Model 3. I mean, it's already worth around 20 grand. If we get the all-time highs, you're looking $28,000 maybe, just for one call option that expires in December. Yeah, I think I'll take those gains and move on. But I'm not selling the stock. It would be nice to convert that call option to 100 shares of Tesla, but you know, I think we need two cars, and if I get a brand new one, it'll be a hardware 4. I'll be doing, you know, obviously new updates would come to this one as well, so I don't know. Used, new, help me make this decision. Should I go ahead and pull the trigger before the new year, help out Tesla with their 500,000 plus deliveries? Should I wait? I don't know. I'm perplexed. AI3, AI4. I kind of do know. I want an AI4 car, especially if they do unsupervised in the state of Texas. We got this. I want to say that might be the same Cybertruck. It looks similar, but who knows? Man, transitioning from city streets to highway feels very organic. It doesn't, you know, it's that very similar smoothness. Let's see. Maybe we get a better picture of that Cybertruck. But yeah, look, I mean, we're just weaving in and out as necessary. Right now we're at 70 miles an hour. 79 miles an hour. So this is a significant amount above the 65 speed limit. But I want to say it did it. It got all the way over to the left, sped up, and then tried to make this exit, which I don't know if I would have done that. But no harm, no foul. Now we're back to 60 miles an hour as we're about to take this exit. Something in this algorithm that is nice. I like hurry mode. I like hurry mode. I love it. I don't know. I'm gonna do a hardware 4 car, but I probably won't make the. If we do hardware 4, I'm gonna have to wait till after our vacation, more than likely. We'll see if I can make the case for the 7,500 federal tax credit. If I can make that case. I think I'm done with AI3. It would have been an interesting experiment to see how AI3 cars convert these bigger builds, but man, it's part of the reason why we gave up the Model Y. Right? She's like, maybe we could get Panda and keep her Y, and I was like, nah, it's done. Let's revisit it. I didn't want the Model Y anyway. I didn't think I'd be driving this much, but I am. So, Model 3, Panda. I don't know what I would name the Model 3 either. I'm just I'm just blathering as our AI student driver is getting us from point A to point B, from point B to point C, and it just there's really no need for me to intervene. Once this thing's feature complete, it'll be able to find parking spots, it'll be able to go off and do other things. I mean, I could just have Chewy riding around if I wanted to while I'm in the store. I don't know. Patrol mode would be nice. It's just how amazing is this that this thing is performing. Just gushing on some FSD right now. This man's got a gas can to our left. Never have to worry about that. People talking about, what if your car runs out of charge? What if you run out of gas? You're in a predicament, my boy. And truth be told, I'll never be one of the guys. Like, my battery would have to brick itself. I'm not towing my car to a charging station. If I have to tow it, it is going to be to a service center. That has to be one of the most embarrassing things you could do, is have your car towed to a supercharger. Never. You'll never catch me ever doing that. We're going to the service center. Interesting path that it chose to take. It chose to go into this Brew Wings parking lot instead of like avoiding that stop sign. Is basically all it did. Interesting tactic. And we have arrived. I'm gonna go ahead and park this bad boy.